Imagine a man who wakes up before dawn, slipping quietly into his training space. He's not in search of fame, nor does he crave medals or recognition. His purpose is pure, to master his craft and pass on his knowledge. He teaches with discipline, patience, and passion. Yet his name is rarely spoken outside the walls of his dojo. This man represents the unsung heroes of martial arts, the ones who shape the future of the art in silence. Today, we shine a light on their incredible contributions and understand why they are the foundation of martial arts as we know it. Martial arts is often seen through the lens of grand tournaments, spectacular demonstrations, and famous fighters. The spotlight tends to focus on champions, the ones who rise to the top and claim victory on the world's biggest stages. But what about the men who dedicate their lives to teaching, mentoring, and preserving the traditions of martial arts? What about those whose stories rarely make headlines, but who contribute just as much, if not more, than the champions we celebrate? These are the unsung heroes of martial arts. They are the teachers, mentors, and local practitioners who quietly dedicate their lives to mastering their craft and passing on the knowledge to future generations. They don't seek fame or glory. They seek mastery and the satisfaction of knowing they've made a difference in someone's life. These men are the true heart and soul of martial arts. Let's take a look into their world and discover why their contributions are so vital. The role of the teacher: building more than just fighters. In martial arts, the teacher is the cornerstone of everything. Known as sensei in Japanese martial arts or sifu in Chinese systems, the teacher plays an irreplaceable role in shaping not only skilled fighters, but also strong, disciplined individuals. The relationship between a student and a teacher goes beyond mere instruction. It's about trust, respect, and guidance that extends beyond the dojo or training hall. One such example is Master Li, a humble kung fu instructor from a small village in China. For over 40 years, Master Li has taught generations of young men the art of Wing Chun, a traditional Chinese martial art known for its efficiency and practicality in self-defense. Unlike many teachers in modern gyms, Master Li doesn't train his students for competition. He believes martial arts are a way of life, a philosophy that instills discipline, respect, and mental toughness. Master Li's day begins at 5 a.m., long before his students arrive. He practices his forms, moving through the techniques with the precision that comes from decades of training. When his students arrive, they are greeted with the same strict routine: basic exercises, followed by intense drills. To outsiders, it may seem repetitive, but to his students, every day is an opportunity to improve and grow. The lessons Master Li imparts aren't just about fighting. He teaches his students to stay calm under pressure, to approach life with humility, and to always strive for self-improvement. Many of his students have gone on to successful careers, both inside and outside the martial arts world, and they credit their success to the lessons they learned from Master Li. He doesn't chase fame or wealth. Instead, his satisfaction comes from seeing his students grow into strong, capable men. Master Li's story is echoed by countless other martial arts teachers around the world. They don't receive the glory that champions do, but they are the true builders of martial arts. Their impact is measured not by titles, but by the lives they change. If you're enjoying this deep dive into the unsung heroes of martial arts, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We upload 2 to 3 new videos every week, bringing you more incredible stories and insights into the world of martial arts. Your support helps us continue to bring these amazing stories to life. Mentorship, the unseen force behind success. Behind every successful fighter is a mentor, a person who offers guidance, support, and wisdom. These mentors are often overlooked, their contributions overshadowed by the fame of their students. But without them, many fighters would never reach their full potential. Coach Jose from Brazil is a perfect example of this type of mentor. Jose never competed at a high level himself, but his understanding of the mental game in martial arts is second to none. His approach to coaching is holistic. He doesn't just train his fighters physically, but also mentally and emotionally. He understands that martial arts are as much about controlling your mind as they are about controlling your body. One of his most successful students, Marcos, a mixed martial arts MMA fighter, often speaks about how Coach Jose changed his life. "I was lost," Marcos says. "I didn't know who I was. I didn't believe in myself." Coach Jose didn't just train me to fight. He taught me how to handle pressure, how to believe in myself, and how to stay focused even when things were tough. Despite the success of fighters like Marcos, Jose remains humble. He never seeks recognition, content to watch from the sidelines as his students achieve greatness. His joy comes from knowing he played a part in their success, even if his name never makes the headlines. These mentors are the unsung heroes who shape the champions of tomorrow. They don't get the spotlight, but they are the foundation upon which the success of their students is built. The student who rises to teach. Carrying on the legacy of martial arts has always been about passing knowledge from one generation to the next. In many traditional schools, the highest honor a student can achieve is not to win competitions, but to be entrusted with the responsibility of teaching others. This is how the art is preserved and continues to thrive. Consider the story of Ahmed, a Muay Thai practitioner from Thailand. Ahmed began training in a small rundown gym at the age of 10. His coach, a former fighter who never made it to the big leagues, saw potential in the boy. But Ahmed wasn't the fastest or strongest fighter in the gym. What set him apart was his relentless work ethic and his love for the sport. Over the years, Ahmed trained harder than anyone else, always staying late to practice his techniques. While many of his peers were focused on winning tournaments, Ahmed was more interested in perfecting his craft. Eventually, he became a respected fighter in his own right, but rather than pursuing fame or fortune, he chose a different path. He became a teacher. Ahmed now runs his own Muay Thai gym in Bangkok, where he trains the next generation of fighters. His students look up to him, not just for his fighting skills, but for his dedication and humility. Ahmed doesn't teach for personal gain. He teaches because he wants to give back to the community that gave him so much. In a world where fame and recognition often overshadow the true spirit of martial arts, people like Ahmed remind us what martial arts are really about. It's not about who has the most trophies, but about who carries on the legacy with integrity and respect. The Traditionalist, preserving martial arts history. While many modern martial artists focus on competition and personal achievement, there is a group of men who dedicate their lives to preserving the history and traditions of martial arts. These traditionalists are often historians, scholars, or practitioners who feel a deep connection to the origins of their art. Professor Kenji, a historian of Japanese martial arts, has spent over 30 years studying the roots of judo, karate, and aikido. His work involves not only practicing the arts, but also researching their origins, reading ancient texts, and interviewing old masters. For Professor Kenji, martial arts is more than just a physical activity. It's a cultural treasure that must be preserved for future generations. Kenji's work often takes him to remote parts of Japan, where he meets with elderly practitioners who have spent their entire lives training in traditional martial arts. These men, many of whom are well into their 80s and 90s, represent a living link to the past. They carry with them techniques and knowledge that have been passed down through the centuries, often in small rural dojos far removed from the modern martial arts scene. Without people like Professor Kenji, much of this knowledge would be lost. While modern martial arts have evolved to meet the needs of competitive fighters, there is still immense value in preserving the traditional forms. These forms are not only about fighting, but also about the philosophy, culture, and history that shaped them. Professor Kenji may never compete in a tournament or teach a famous student, but his work ensures that the legacy of martial arts will live on for generations to come. If you're finding these stories about the unsung heroes of martial arts as fascinating as we do, make sure to subscribe to our channel. We upload 2 to 3 videos every week, bringing you more in-depth looks into the world of martial arts and its remarkable practitioners. The local hero, impacting the community. In small towns and cities across the world, there are men who dedicate their lives to teaching martial arts in community centers, schools, and local gyms. These men are not famous fighters or well-known coaches, but they play an essential role in their communities by offering young men a place to learn discipline, respect, and self-control. One such example is Coach Dan from a small town in the Midwest. Dan runs a community martial arts program that serves local youth. His program is designed to keep kids off the streets and teach them valuable life skills through martial arts training. Many of his students come from troubled backgrounds or difficult family situations, and Coach Dan provides them with a safe space to grow and learn. Dan's impact goes beyond teaching martial arts. He becomes a mentor, a role model, and sometimes even a father figure to his students. He works tirelessly, often volunteering his time to ensure that every child who wants to participate can do so, regardless of their financial situation. The success stories that come out of Dan's program are a testament to the power of martial arts to change lives. Many of his students have gone on to lead successful lives, attributing their success to the lessons they learned under Coach Dan's guidance. Though he may never receive widespread recognition, Dan's contribution to his community is immeasurable. The practitioner who gives back. Using skills for good. Some martial artists use their skills and knowledge not just for personal gain, but to make a positive impact on the world. These practitioners may volunteer their time to teach underprivileged communities, assist in disaster relief efforts, or work with organizations that promote physical and mental well-being. One such individual is Sergio, a Brazilian jiu-jitsu practitioner who has dedicated much of his life to helping others. Sergio started teaching Brazilian jiu-jitsu in a local gym, but soon realized he could do more. He began volunteering with organizations that help at-risk youth, using martial arts as a tool to teach discipline and build confidence. Sergio's work extends beyond the gym. He participates in charity events, uses his platform to raise awareness for various causes, and regularly donates to organizations that support underprivileged communities. His dedication to using martial arts for the greater good is a shining example of how the principles of martial arts can be applied to make a real difference in the world. Despite his many contributions, Sergio remains humble and focused on his mission. His reward comes not from accolades or recognition, but from seeing the positive changes he helps bring about in the lives of others. The unsung heroes of martial arts are the individuals who quietly contribute to the art without seeking fame or recognition. They are the teachers who shape the next generation, the mentors who guide their students, the traditionalists who preserve the history, and the local heroes who impact their communities. Their stories may not be widely known, but their impact is profound. These men remind us that martial arts is about more than just fighting. It's about discipline, respect, and the effort to improve oneself and others. By honoring these unsung heroes, we honor the true spirit of martial arts. Their contributions ensure that the art remains vibrant and meaningful, not just in the spotlight, but in the everyday lives of those who practice it. Thank you for watching our deep dive into the unsung heroes of martial arts. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear more stories about these remarkable individuals, be sure to subscribe to our channel. We upload 2 to 3 new videos every week, bringing you inspiring content about the world of martial arts and its incredible practitioners. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video with others who might appreciate these stories. Your support helps us keep creating content that highlights the true heart of martial arts. See you in the next video.